I'm Angus Rosado, and you're watching Rugby Wrap Up. Boom.
Brought to you by Friends of the British Council. Hey everybody, welcome back to Rugby Wrap Up. Matt McCarthy here at the Fantasy Sports Network, Studio 34, and we have another Friends of the British Council Community Corner segment, and this one took us on the road. Like we had been at Gaelic Park, like we had been in Glendale, we're keeping it in the G's, and we went up to Greenwich High School in Greenwich, Connecticut for the match between the Greenwich High School Cardinals and the Xavier Knights of New York City.
We're here with the Nigel Owens of American referees, Mr. Greg Gilliam.
That's a compliment, yes.
Greg, you got some potential future Major League Rugby stars out here tonight.
Yeah, there were some great players, some great talent was on display, some great discipline, some great rugby, two well-coached teams. It was a pleasure to be a part of.
So you left your bifocals and your hearing aid at home.
What's that?
He's going to be Nigel. Nigel Owens, forget it. Huge right here. No, but seriously, Greg, now that we have a pathway, we have colleges, we have high school, these high school programs, Xavier, Greenwich High School, great stuff. They have this rivalry going here. There's a beautiful facility, and now the kids have a pathway.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, this tonight was a great display of rugby. It really was. I mean, save for the little stuff at the end there, it was fun to watch. I'm sure the crowd was into it, but it was the talent that was on display. The coaches were fantastic. The sidelines were fantastic, and it was a great exhibition of our sport. Very, very proud to be a part of that.
And we were able to hear you via the ref mic, and you're instructing kids as you go.
Yeah, I mean, I'd much rather not blow penalties and let the kids play. So we tried, as referees, we tried to make sure, we try to find excuses not to blow the whistle. So if I can tell a kid to roll away or, get hands away from the ball, I'd much rather do that than have a penalty fest. No one wants to see that.
What was the thing that you think they needed to work on most in general?
Honestly, today, I would love to have seen the same match with a dry ball. I thought the knock-ons, the handling were just tragic for both teams because you could see the attacks developing, you could see the strategies in their head, and you could see them set up for it, and then just the ball would slip through their fingers, and that's just tough.
Yeah, but slick balls or wherever, you want to play in the Premiership, you want to play in, you're going to tell them about dry balls in Scotland?
No, that's exactly right. The kids got to learn how to play, and tonight was a lesson. And the team that adapted to the conditions quicker and more efficiently, it was the team that came ahead and won the game. It was a close game. I mean, either team could have done it, but the team that I think adapted better to the conditions, obviously, that made the difference.
All right. Well, we appreciate your efforts here because
I appreciate your efforts, Matt. Thank you for being here.
We can reciprocate our appreciation for each other's efforts, but you are doing a great job, specifically when you do these matches with the younger players, and it's appreciated.
No, it's a lot of fun. I mean, we're really working hard in this area. If I can editorialize real quick, increasing the level.
Oh, we're out of time.
No, we really want to increase the level of rugby at the high school area, and it's growing everywhere. There are a lot of great coaches out there. There are a lot of people who are sacrificing their time and effort to make this game better, and it's showing. And tonight, you can see the fruits of their labor. So.
And what about a young referee that wants to come out? What do you tell them?
Come out.
So where do they sign up? Where's
Referee Society of New York.com, rugbyrefs.com, USArugbyrefs.com, any stuff like that. You can Google it. Please, it'll make you a better player for all the youngsters out there who want to understand the laws and how they're applied. That's a big thing.
Mr. Greg Gilliam, the Nigel Owens of the United States of America, thank you for coming on.
That's just because of the gray beard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
No, it's because you're an exceptional referee.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you.
Rugby wrap-up on the road here in Greenwich, Connecticut. Coach Greg Norris, we had a different result here the last time we spoke. You guys were on the short end, and tonight you had a rousing victory.
Rousing. It was closer than it should have been, I think. I think we just had too many errors. It's always good to win, and you come up here, any funny thing can happen.
Do you think... I'm up there watching the game, and I'm thinking, are the kids trying to do too many things with the ball?
So, yeah.
Is that youth?
It is a little bit of youth and exuberance. I think we saw some space on the outside. We saw the defense of Greenwich just coming in close. So we said, let's go out wide. And I think trying to spin the ball too wide too soon and not setting it up and earning the right to go wide, maybe just got ahead of us a little bit,
Do you think that were the conditions? It was a little slick,
Yeah.
but it seemed like you guys adapted to the slick conditions better in the second half, controlling the ball.
Yeah, at halftime I said, you know what, we got to have more composure. We got to have structure. We got to, just build ourselves, be patient, and we put some tries in, but we put one try in only in the 40th minute or so. But I think, it's funny. I'm happy we won, but I think we could have done a lot better.
Well, when is a coach ever happy with a result? Right? Seriously.
Yeah, I think there's times that you can just produce brilliance, and that has happened, and it just wasn't. It wasn't quite there today. I know we can do better. I think we played about 60%, to be honest.
Well, the road warriors, as Xavier is often referred to, right? On the road, slick conditions, a little bit of a chilly night, April, right? You got a W.
Yeah, I'll take the win. We'll put it in the back pocket, and the boys will be happy with that, A whole weekend to recover, and then we're back down to D.C. next week, and that's going to be a tough one. And we're going to have to go back to the drawing board a little bit and say, hey, we've got to, look at our defence a little bit. I think a couple too many line breaks there that we need to shore up a little bit better.
Well, looking in from the outside, you guys now have competition. When I was younger, when we were younger, Xavier High School was a powerhouse, right? But now the landscape of American rugby has changed, and literally you can now say to these guys, hey, there's Major League Rugby. You have college, you have a pathway perhaps to the through the Eagles or to Major League Rugby to the Eagles?
Correct. Yeah, I think I'm very excited about the Major League Rugby coming into New York next year. I hope they do a lot for both club rugby and school rugby, just to sort of nurture that game from the bottom up, because I think that's where the success of professional rugby in this country will be. It's not going to be about you need to get the buy-in from everybody. You need to go to the grassroots. You need to bring those school children and get them sitting in the seats. Their parents will sit in the seats and they'll watch them play for their representative team, and then they'll watch the MLR team, and that'll be good for them. And then we'll own the team. Right. And then it'll win. But the boys have to see that there's potential, that there's a gateway essentially to something bigger, and they all want to play there. Right. They're hungry for it. So.
Well, good stuff, and continued success with you with the program. And I know that you're also with the New York Rugby Club, the best rugby club on the planet.
Absolutely.
Including our cameraman, Nick Denyer. But just keep going, man. It's good stuff that you guys are doing.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
Coach Joe Kelly, tough loss, but this is a rivalry that's now anybody's match.
Well, the exciting thing about games for me is the close games, the exciting ones, and this was certainly had us there. I don't like when they blow us out or we blow them out like years have passed when maybe the games would be lopsided, but now they're even. Every year it's one try. Every time we play each other, it's all the way to the end of the game. That's what I really like about this rivalry. We're good even teams, and we just have fun watching the game. I really enjoyed watching that game.
Yeah, and I was talking to your opposing coach, Greg Norris, over at Xavier, who's also a fellow New York Rugby Club guy. We're like Scientologists at the New York Rugby Club folks. But, we were talking about how Xavier used to be a powerhouse, right? They'd go to matches, they'd be the favorite. Now, this is now a rivalry. They've got other rivalries. You guys have other big important matches, and it's important for the American landscape because now we have high schools playing rugby, quality rugby, and I was mentioning the pathway now. You've got a professional setup.
That's right.
Major League Rugby, and you've got colleges. What's that like for you when you can tell a kid, hey, you got X, Y, and Z now?
Well, that's what we're looking to do. I mean, we help a lot of kids get into schools that they otherwise would not have gotten into already, but they always ask about, is there any sort of financial incentives? And it's starting to get there where the schools are offering some tuition reduction, if not some tuition subsidies. Yeah. And after that, there's the lure of the professional game. So every kid wants to be a professional athlete. Every parent wants their kid for at least a short period of time to be a professional athlete. But now we're in that era where we could tell the kids, you play rugby, you can go to a good school and get into that school and play competitive ball in that school and then aspire to play professionally. So it's really exciting.
And you've got some success stories just coming out of here immediately. I know one, Luke Beanstalk,
Absolutely.
Who's up at Dartmouth, right? He's on the USA radar in different capacities, but he's also contributing in rugby off the field. He writes for Rugby Wrap-Up.
Yes, I mean, that's exciting that he does that, and it's really cool when the guys stay with the game because the game engulfs us. We've been in the game now, you and I, Matt, for how many years?
About 240 collectively.
Combined, yes, and we continue to stay with the game. I've done a little refereeing, then decided to do coaching, and now the coaching thing is really cool.
That was one of the ironies of life, watching you referee.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, just changing topics for a second, I just got an award locally.
For penalty minutes?
No, almost. I got a lifetime achievement coaching award by the town.
Seriously?
Yeah, I just got it. Got it awarded to me just a couple of days ago.
Oh, congratulations. Congratulations.
There'll be a banquet. So
this man, folks, if you don't know this man has had a rugby career that has covered all aspects of the game, and the fact that you were a referee
for about 10 years. Yeah. But yes.
Well, you know every penalty.
True. I've committed most of them, and I guess after yelling,
just at the dinner table with your brothers.
True. That's a fact as well. Yes.
Joe, One Punch Kelly. What's the thing that you took out of tonight? I mean, was it the slick ball, or I asked Greg, is it youth? They're trying to do too much with the ball.
Well, no, I thought it was a good game as far as the skill level. We watched the prior game, the JV game, and there was a lot of sloppy ball, a ton of scrums. But we understood the slickness of the ball, and we adjusted to it, as did the other team. So it wasn't really a poor game to watch. It was an exciting game to watch, but I thought it was well executed by both teams.
Well, I got to tell you, last week I was in Glendale, Colorado, Rugby Town, USA. Today I'm Greenwich, Connecticut, the 2 Gs, and it's just exciting because we have all these different options on different levels, and congratulations and continued success.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Matt.
Coach Joe One Punch Kelly here at Greenwich High School after another exciting Xavier versus Greenwich match here in Connecticut.
All right, and there you have it, folks. Our Community Corner segment brought to you by Friends of the British Council. I'm Matt McCarthy for Rugby Wrap-Up here at the Fantasy Sports Network, Studio 34 in Midtown Manhattan, signing off.